Hello, and welcome to Quantum Waves of Wellness. This is Dr. Paula Apro, and this week I'm in a major adjustment phase in so many ways. My first big adjustment was leaving my winter home in Mexico, not only saying goodbye to the physical location, but also to the laid-back lifestyle. I really tried my best to adapt to what is fondly known as Mexican time. Like all tropical locations, nobody really stresses out over time or being on time. If there's one thing that I hope to implement back in my real life, it's making an effort to slow down. Another big transition, and probably the most important one that I want to focus on today and for the next couple of episodes, is the transition in my focus for my own healing journey. For the past several years, improving my health has been my number one priority. With every passing year, I learned more and more and more, not only about the energetics of the body, but also about the physiology of the human body. The more I learned, the more I needed to tackle and address, and the more I think I got sidetracked from what I needed the most. The past 2 years have been getting out of control with the amount of physical changes that I've tried to make. I spent an entire year focusing on my gut health and suffered through a year-long detox protocol. I severely restricted my diet and I went through protocol after protocol to deal with parasites, heavy metals, candida, you name it. I got obsessed with cleaning my physical body. Then last year, I decided that after all that detoxing, it was time to start replenishing my body of all the things that it's been severely lacking, like vitamins, minerals, etc. Through all of my tools and bioenergetic scans, I know without a doubt that my body just can't seem to assimilate nutrients or hold on to minerals, no matter how much I feed it. I've been feeling like a hamster on a wheel, running like crazy, but never really getting very far. Sometimes I fear that all my knowledge was working against me. You know what they say, the best method is the simple method. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And now suddenly, I'm feeling pretty stupid, which is very difficult for me to say given the fact that I pride myself on my level of intelligence. But sometimes you just can't see the forest through the trees. All the time I spent in Mexico this year really helped me put things into perspective. My amazing healing journey that I spoke about in a recent episode helped me to rediscover what I already knew, that true and lasting healing can only come from healing your spirit or soul. This was one of the foundational concepts that I learned in quantum medicine, and it's called downward causation. I've taught it many times in classes, I wrote about it in my book, A Quantum Shift, and it was even the basis for my dissertation. But yet, I still wasn't fully applying it to my own life. I got way too sidetracked with all the physical stuff. I can't explain my own insanity, but I'm now waking up, and for that, I'm very grateful. And I think my waking up process had to come when the time was right. There is definitely something about this new energy of 2025 that is creating major shifts. I read somewhere that our major goal at this point is unlearning instead of learning more. Now that really hit me hard because it is precisely my never-ending desire to learn more and all of my ridiculous amounts of knowledge about the physical body that got me off track in the first place. If I did nothing else but focus on downward causation when I learned it, I would be in a far better place. So what is downward causation? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. I'm going to include some illustrations in the show notes that will help you grasp this concept, so please do check them out. Like I mentioned, the highest and most profound level of healing comes from healing your soul or spirit. Dr. Edward Bach, the creator of the Bach flower essence, believed that all dis-ease was a result of an unhappy spirit, meaning we are not on our proper life path fulfilling our soul's purpose or journey. This break in spirit trickles down to the other 4 bodies of consciousness. I'm sorry for strange lingo here that you might not recognize. Let me back up. We all know that we have a physical body, that's obvious. But we also have something called a vital body. This is our energetic body, and you can think of this as your blueprint. It includes all the instructions or information that creates the physical body. Just like a blueprint for a house will create a very specific house. Now, if you plant an acorn in the ground, you know exactly what you're going to get, right? You're not going to expect a palm tree to grow from an acorn. You know you're going to get an oak tree. All of the information and instructions for how to grow that tree are encoded into that acorn. We are a bit more sophisticated, and so many more things can interfere with our perfect blueprint, but we too have all this master information in our energy system, and it controls our physical body. If that blueprint gets overwritten, you are going to change, like it or not. You can feel it when these changes happen. This is usually when you go to see an acupuncturist to have your energy and information adjusted. Most of us have experienced how changes to our energy can produce rather rapid changes to our physical body. It's like magic. I know this because I did a lot of this work as an energy medicine practitioner. Now, if it was only that easy, go get your energy adjusted and fix all your physical problems, just like that. If it was that easy, the energy medicine folks and the acupuncturists wouldn't be able to stay in business. But it's not that easy. In most cases, you have to continue to go back for more and more adjustments. The energy manipulation works, but it doesn't last forever. Why is that? Because there's another body of conscious outside of this vital body, and that is the emotional body. So let's say you went to get your energy rebalanced and you feel great. Your mind is calm, your digestion is good, your emotions balanced, your pain gone. And then 2 days later, there's a blow up with your boss that really stresses you out and enrages you. Can you guess what's going to happen to your recently balanced energy? It's out the window. So you see, emotions have the power to rewrite the blueprint that controls your physical body. You can see where this is going. If you can manage to learn how to control your emotions, you can better keep your vital or energy body balanced. But unfortunately, that's not so easy for a couple of reasons. First, there's this thing called life, and it's happening all around you at every second. Our society loves to prey on our emotions, and there's a nonstop attempt to manipulate your emotions for various reasons. And second, and even more difficult to withstand, is the next body of consciousness above the emotional body, which is the mental body. This is where all of your core beliefs live. This is the information that has been programmed into you by your parents and other adult figures during your childhood. You have the least control over this part of you. It's these beliefs and values that create your perceptions of the world around you. Two people can view the exact same scenario, but see two wildly different versions of it. Is your glass always half empty or half full? Your overall attitude toward the world around you is going to have a huge impact on the way you feel, your emotional body, and therefore will rewrite your vital blueprint accordingly, creating either a happy, healthy life or one filled with illness and unhappiness. If you take a look at the illustration, you will begin to understand why this concept is called downward causation. It's because the higher bodies of consciousness affect and control the lower ones. Mental is above emotional is above vital, and vital is above physical. And what's left at the very top? Well, that's the spiritual body. And that is why healing at the spirit or soul level is the highest form of healing. We have all heard about faith healings where religious leaders simply places hands on a person in a wheelchair and they get up and walk. Or terminally ill people are instantly cured. This stuff is real and it happens every day. It's not the magic in the hands of the healers, but rather it's the extreme belief and faith on the part of the healed. This connection to a higher power is more valuable than you can ever imagine. Developing our own connection to whatever divine power that we believe in is the best medicine in the world. I was planning to explain more about how and why I'm shifting my personal focus back to healing my soul, but I'll have to save that for next time. It's important that I explain this concept to set the foundation of what's to come. Please stay tuned for upcoming episodes where I will dive deeper into this concept of healing our soul wounds. And if you're enjoying learning more about this mysterious world of energy, please consider subscribing to this podcast or sharing it with a friend. You never know how you might impact the healing journey of another simply with awareness. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back next week.